for RozCon though, you have to have white Tupac do a song with the holographic Tupac.
That's exactly where I went right off the bat.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like Two of America's Most, he does Snoop's part.
Do we even know if this one can rap? Like, you guys are selling this way short if he can't rap.
He's going to have to live up to his name.
He has to.
Yeah, I didn't set this bar. He set it.
I have personally talked to a guy that was Willie Nelson, and the way he introduced himself is, "Hi, I'm Willie Nelson. Not the Willie Nelson, but a Willie Nelson." Like, you really needed to tell me that.
Yeah, because you need to clear it up because you could think that that's his kid.
I'm just saying that Willie Nelson couldn't play guitar. I don't think this Tupac can rap.
Yeah, but I don't think Michael Jordan's kids can dunk and win 6 championships. In the 90s.
He caught himself a rap in jail.
Well, I mean, it's a life skill. What else do you learn in jail?
But now listen, right?
Shiv 101?
If you go in as him,
sword
right?
making.
If you go in as that white guy,
sword crossing, something like that.
Yeah, sword fighting.
If you go in as that white guy named Tupac in the prison, do you join the Aryan Brotherhood or do you join the Panthers and the gangs? Like, do you go white or black in there? Because like you kind of have, you walk in, you have that chance to create something there. You know, like you know what I mean? Like if you don't go hang out with the Aryans and you hang out with the gangsters, because your name is Tupac, you might be more accepted.
Are you saying that we can bring all the gangs together
with the white Tupac Shakur?
What I'm thinking is if we get white
Tupac, that's the bridge. That's the bridge.
You have all like the bandanas tied together, like Hands Across America style.
Right.
Yeah.
Like straight up warrior style. Like, can you dig it, sucker? You know what I mean?
He's going to bring all the people together. Aliens are going to come out from outer space. We're all going to be a united America.
What if it was a white Tupac and like let's say like all right, so Tupac was part of that. Like, what if a black man was named something like Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah.
So like if we had Tupac and Abraham Lincoln get together, they could probably create peace, world peace.
They said like a part of history says that Abraham Lincoln was actually mixed with I think some like Cherokee and something else.
You know what Indian he was part of? The Smacka racist tribe.
that was one of those jokes that got better with time because it was like, what did you just say?
Yeah, I said it.
My gosh.
Yeah, I said it, Will.
All right, so let's get into our first. Let's actually get into a topic that we didn't plan on. But
that wasn't even a topic.
Yeah, that wasn't even a topic.
That was just a random.
That was just spitballing, bro.
I got work at 5.
This is all my fault.
Yeah, he's got to work in a couple hours. Let's do this.
But so how long does it take to be able to put those pants with the knee pads inside the washer and dryer? How long does it take for them to dry out?
Wow.
Yeah, I went there with it.
You did go there.
I don't know. Ask your mother.
Ask my mother. You want to take credit for that?
Yo mama.
Yo mama.
If that's who you're getting in PA, what are you getting over there in Maryland?
Crabs.
Oh, I don't want to know.
Yeah, crabs.
Maryland crabs.
You got that retirement party over there.
I don't know if I would have said crabs in such a positive tone either. Damn right I got crabs down here.
Kind of sad, okay?
All right, fair enough. It wasn't as excited as I was making that sound.
Yeah.
Maryland crabs.
It's awesome.
Do you get them in your mustache, or do they only climb on the beard?
I've actually thought about can you get crabs in your nose hair?
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's terrible.
I got it in my frill, so I had to cut it off. So.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
Anyway.
But it's cool, baby. We got medicine down here, baby.
So you looking like Kanye or what?
Kanye ball?
No. You looking like Kanye? No. I wish.
Hey, I wanted to get into our first topic before Tom interrupts again because of his sourness today.
Sourness.
Do you need a hug or something?
Sourness from what?
I don't know. You're
Is this going on
thing.
about that drive-by from earlier?
You're sour about it.
I think you need to put the story out there and let them know my memes are dank, not the city.
It's all right.
The city isn't
they
dank.
They already
my
know
memes are.
It's on the thing.
My meme game is dank as shit.
Dank memes melt steel beams.
Dank herb, dank memes.
Just saying.
I'm so George Bush that.
Melt steel beams, dude.
So anyways, I put these 2 posts up on the Podguyz Podcast. Kanye West reportedly almost quit rapping because it's the devil's music.
I like it. Has this man ever heard of Ozzy Osbourne?
Like really, you have Post Malone and Ozzy Osbourne together doing collaborations.
I don't think Post Malone. Yeah,
they literally said Paul McCartney got his career from Justin Bieber.
Yeah,
the Beatles.
Same exact thing, man.
The Beatles.
The Beatles.
No, it's not the same, Dave. The Beatles were bigger than Ozzy.
Yeah.
First off, in these people's lifetimes, the man had a reality show.
Yeah.
80% of what these people know is probably learned from reality shows. So
icon.
Yes,
he's an icon. Not to say that he's not an icon as big as the Beatles.
But Paul McCartney is not in the name of that band either.
That's true. Paul McCartney is at the same status of Ozzy Osbourne is now with his status just by name alone.
I would just say
not by band.
Name recognition.
Name recognition, yes.
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Let's talk about it.
No. The Beatles transcended.
The Beatles are not his band.
The Beatles were also important 50 years ago.
I'm saying that, like, Paul McCartney as himself.
Right. Wings is terrible. Shut up.
Yeah. Yeah, but you gotta... But you can't separate them.
Yes, you can.
Why can't you?
Because it's still
Ozzy Osbourne wasn't Ozzy Osbourne.
Yeah, man. Sabbath and Ozzy is different.
Yeah, but Black Sabbath never reached the levels of the Beatles.
Whoa.
Never.
The man's name is goddamn Dio.
I don't care what his name is.
He was a midget and he would have killed you for saying this.
Listen, the Beatles literally...
Ask that girl about record sales.
I would definitely say that McCartney probably has more record sales than
Let's go to the numbers.
I got Stat Girl looking it up.
Go to the numbers.
There you go.
Look it up.
Now, are we saying Ozzy by himself versus Paul by himself, or Sabbath versus the Beatles?
Let's put all of them together. Let's put the Beatles and Paul.
Dude, even Sabbath doesn't have Beatle numbers.
No.
They did. They really did.
Say it again, Will.
I said, if you were saying Black Sabbath versus the Beatles, then yeah, the Beatles definitely crushed them.
Oh, easy.
Oh, yeah.
Easy.
Records, hits.
I just don't think Paul McCartney's solo career was nearly as successful as his Beatles
But
career.
you gotta also understand...
Ozzy Osbourne in his solo career is more successful than Paul McCartney.
If Paul McCartney...
So what do we want to do? We want to put McCartney's numbers versus Ozzy's numbers?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just want to know why you don't like Dio.
No, but here's my question, though, right? Is Ozzy Osbourne was able to collaborate with the music that was already existing in his catalog because he managed himself correctly. As to where when Paul McCartney mentioned to Michael Jackson that the Beatles catalog was up for sale and he wasn't able to remaster or remake or retouch any of those songs, literally chops off 70% of his catalog.
Hell yeah, man.
So
Well, I'm not
really,
talking like
you know what I'm
record
saying?
sales as a
And then-
monetary thing.
and
I
then
just mean
Michael died
record
and Paul
sales
got
as
them back.
units.
Yeah, well, no, he didn't get them back.
I thought Paul was buying them back.
Apple got those back not too long ago, is my understanding. But I mean, it was a
Apple,
bunch
but
of
not
cash.
Paul McCartney.
Apple is the company that actually runs the Beatles stuff, not Apple like the computer corporation.
Yeah.
Apple, like, you know what I mean, the Beatles representation legally.
Yeah. But what I mean, though, right, is that Michael Jackson, like, the Beatles made so much money that they allowed Michael Jackson to not have to make music ever again.
Right, so he can get more
You
Jesus
know what I mean?
juice.
Yeah.
Because he was just making money, and then when it came out with the one tracks or whatever.
You're smiling. What do you got, Stat Girl?
Paul McCartney actually made more money with the Beatles and by himself by $200 million, and Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne is $170 million.
So $30 million.
Yeah.
I mean,
About $30 million.
That's close.
that's actually way
You're
closer
talking
than
about
I
a band that hasn't
expected
been
it to
together
be.
since the 70s.
No, that's nothing, though.
Yeah, but the Beatles have been around since the 60s. You can't really make
30
that
million
argument.
is like a
They've
drop
been
in the
together
hat.
since the 60s.
30 million is like
Their-
one album.
Their longevity is pretty close, and those are two of the longer, like, established bands.
I don't
$30
know.
million is a lot compared to how.
Let's just say a million. A million
I'll
albums
also
at
say
$7
this.
a pop is $7 million.
It's $7 million.
So you'd have to do 4 albums.
I want to know how many units, because the Beatles are definitely known for repackaging the same stuff and pumping it out to their fan base. Like Marvel fanboys, if you put the Beatles name on anything, they'll buy it. Lunchbox,
The
like
Beatles' greatest hits. The Beatles' greatest
hits
hits
remastered. Right.
The
They didn't
Beatles
have the
hits.
rights to it.
the pink cover, the blue cover, the apple cover, the Paul McCartney's
Like,
butt
think
cover,
about-
like
think about, like,
anal
just
bum
think,
covers.
Dude, just think about the fact of, like, before, was it George Harris died?
George Harrison.
Yeah, George Harrison just.
Because Ringo is still alive.
It's only Ringo and Paul
Ringo
left
and
now.
Paul, Ringo
Can we
and
all
Paul.
agree God took the good Beatles and left us with the jerk off Beatles? I think that's pretty
Dude,
easy
Paul
to say.
McCartney
That's
had
pretty
a lot.
fair.
Paul McCartney had a lot to do with
Ringo's a nice person.
I think Ringo is the best human being out of all of them.
Yeah.
But not the best. But he's not the best musician and performer of the four of them.
No, did you ever see the? I hate to say it, but like Family Guy did them perfect.
If Ozzy Osbourne came out and said that we were bigger than Jesus, it would have been the end of his career. The Beatles came out and said it, and they said, well, you know, you're not at that level yet, but you could be at some point.
Given his fan
have a
base
stat for us. What is it?
I'm still looking for a stat because it doesn't give me anything about merchandise sales.
I was just thinking of
that's the thing,
units
too, like,
of actual
The Beatles
albums.
definitely-
Album
Because,
units, yes.
You're talking 170 million, and that's after the reality show. What was his total balance before the
Yeah,
reality
but Paul
show? 'Cause
McCartney's
easily
still
that
a
was 50
touring
million.
musician. He's still putting out albums, so it's the
So
same
is Ozzy.
deal.
Yeah,
but that's
so
my
is
point.
Ozzy.
You can't attribute Ozzy still having a career to the show and then say, well, Paul McCartney just has a career because he was a Beatle.
No, all I'm saying is that when you're looking at the numbers, you're not comparing 200 million to 170 million also represents his money from the TV show, which the Beatles, if they were to have done a reality show
No.
back in
I
the
thought
day-
what she
Yeah,
said
but
is...
look at all the movies that have been based about the Beatles.
But
too.
the Monkees. If
What?
you look at how popular the Monkees were, it was a knockoff of the
no,
Beatles.
if you look at
As a TV show, yes, it was.
No, believe it or not,
Not
the
successful.
Monkees weren't a knockoff. The Monkees were the American idea of copying the Beatles.
Right.
But the
Well,
only
they are-
the only problem is though, to make an American copy of the English band, they had to go to England and still bring Davy Jones over to be the singer.
they needed British
who was
actors.
English.
Yeah, they needed British actors to do American music.
No, the other three guys were American.
Well, yeah. Mike,
Danny Bonaducci.
No,
Danny
Peter
Bonaducci?
Tork,
no, not
Bonaducci
Danny
was
Bonaducci.
definitely
Peter
a
Tork,
monkey.
Mickey
No,
Dolenz,
it
and
wasn't.
Mike
Even though I know
Nesbitt.
he's
No,
not in that.
Danny Bonaducci.
wasn't
He
the
was in the
Partridge
Partridge
Family.
The
Family.
Partridge Family.
Oh, then that's what I'm talking about then.
Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
What?
The Partridge Family is totally
You're
different.
right. The Monkees were the four. And
Yeah,
then David
yeah.
Cassidy was part of the
Davy Jones was part of the
Davy
Monkees.
Jones.
David
David Cassidy was also a
Partridge
Partridge
Family.
Family.
That's what I'm sorry. I was thinking David Cassidy because David Cassidy was big. David Cassidy from the
He was one of those Tiger
He
Beat like
became
pop
big after he
productions.
was on the Partridge
Yeah.
Family, so
Yeah,
the
he
Partridge
wouldn't have
Family
a
made
career.
him.
Yeah.
I'm
He
sorry.
wouldn't have had a career.
I look at all those bands basically as a Josie and the Pussycats, but this shit just got too serious.
Yeah, but look at the Jonas
Th-
Brothers.
that exactly
That's
the
where-
same
you
sort
know
of
what I'm
vein.
saying?
They are produced. They're not a band.
Like you look at some of these, like the Puff Daddy show, making the band. Literally created a band.
Yeah, but that's like saying an American Idol creates superstars. You get like 6 months of like free publicity, and then you go back and work at McDonald's. Like, name all the ones that had an actual career.
My man Ruben Studdard, still sorry for 2004.
No.
2019.
Carrie Underwood.
I'm not saying there aren't outliers,
That
but out
dude-
of how many seasons, you got maybe 3 actual artists and a bunch of has-beens.
No, there's at least 10.
Exactly.
Yeah,
They
Adam
jump
Lambert.
Because it's a show, it's a competition,
dude,
it's nothing to
think
do
of-
with talent.
Think of like the character that
I
he
know
fills
he's
in
a
for.
headliner for Queen now.
Yeah, like that's the top. when it
Oh,
comes to voices.
what's his name? The bald-headed guy. What's his name? He was that.
Justin
the guy-
Guarini?
Oh, I know. Yeah. I know who you're talking about.
Thank you, Stack
He
Girl.
was,
Look
the
up.
singer, he was the singer for the rock and roll
Daughtry.
band.
Daughtry,
He
there we
never
go,
won, and
Daughtry.
He has millions of dollars.
Yeah, he never won American Idol.
How many seasons of American Idol were there?
That-
We're already looking at, like, we're
Right.
talking 15.
No, not 15. We're in the 20s now for American
Okay, then
Idol.
it's even worse than my point. So if we're in the 20s, we got maybe 4 people that had a career outside the
there's
marketing
at least 12.
campaign.
At
You think
least
there's 12 of these people
At
with
least.
careers?
We're
Yeah.
in season 17 right
Season
now.
17, almost.
Okay, so
14.
that's
There's at
closer
least
than what I thought.
10 to 12, I want to say, that actually made a career out of it.
And some of them were second and third place runner, like the
Oh,
runner-ups
yeah.
too.
Maybe
I
not
don't know
even.
about all
Yeah.
that.
Like even freaking what's his name that didn't.
That she banged.
Yeah, she banged it.
Yeah, but
Oh, big.
Oh
I
my
know.
God.
Oh my God! It's
That man does not have an actual career.
Hung. What's his name?
yes,
Yeah,
we
William
know.
Hung.
Well, yeah, William Hung. That's his name. Yes.
There's a lot of
That
people
dude
who-
made like $1 million.
Who is that lady?
That's what they used to call me in college.
Once again, golf clap. There you
I
go.
thought they called you William Jail Slippers.
Who was the lady? Susan Boyle. Was it
Susan
Susan
Boyle
Boyle?
was America's Got Talent.
America's
Yes.
Got Talent.
That's true.
No,
Which
that
that show
wasn't
dude,
America's
I
Got
saw
Talent.
one.
That was the X Factor. That was the
Okay.
show over in England.
Yeah.
I saw one, right? Did anyone see when that guy had the hammer and he was smashing watermelons?
Gallagher.
Coconuts? No. Like
Are you
like,
really surprised by
America's
Dude
Got
Good
Talent?
like stealing Gallagher's like
No,
shtick?
no. I'm talking like
He stole Gallagher's
this
stick.
guy-
Gallagher was doing that for
this
20
guy
years
in
before that guy was
America's Got
doing it.
And no one gave a shit about him.
Takes his eyes and goes like this, tips his head back, and puts his hands like this, right? And then they fill his eyes